to thank the NARC 410 Series. Hoosier Tire is the NARC Championship Point Fund contributor and series sponsor. Hoosier Racing Tire, the largest race tire manufacturer in the world. They produce over 1,000 different types of race tires. Company has its own 300-mile-per-hour test wheel, a technology center, state-of-the-art, fully integrated production facilities, and a high-tech mixing plant. Hoosier Racing Tires fuels the passion and success with their tires designed for champions. FloRacing.com, the official live stream partner and point fund contributor of the Northern Auto Racing Club Sprint Cars. FloRacing, part of the Flow Sports Network, the definitive source for all things motorsports, bringing you live stream events, original documentaries, and technique videos. The biggest drivers in the world. Visit FloRacing online or your own TV at home with your Roku and Apple TV apps. 2025 Northern Auto Racing Club schedule consisting of 27 racing events at 16 different tracks in 3 different states. This is the 66th annual NARC Sprint Car season. Series crowns King of the West Sprint Car champion teams will be racing for more than $850,000 in prize money this season, plus another $100,000 in cash and product awards. The NARC 410 Sprint Car Racing Series, sponsored by Hoosier Racing Tire and FloRacing. Associate product award sponsors include Automotive Racing Products, ARP, Beacon Wealth Strategies, Raymond James Financial, Brown & Miller Racing Solutions, Bullet Impressions, Jim Allen Motorsports, Chemo's Tropical Car Wash, MedTech Titanium, Red Rose Transportation, Tarleton & Son, Wedge High Performance Carts, Williams Roofing, and Winters Performance Products. All the races for the NARC 410 streamed live on FloRacing.com. For the most current information and news, you can find them at NARC410.com. The most current point standings and race results can be found after the first race on the NARC 410 website, as well as driver rosters with information. On social media, they are NARC410.com, Facebook NARC King of the West, and the history page is NARC Sprint Car History, at NARC on Instagram, Twitter. NARC 410 channel is the name of the YouTube link, and TikTok NARC 410 as well. My Race Pass, the official sponsor of wheel packing and hot laps for the NARC 410 Sprint Cars, official scoring software of the Northern Auto Racing Club, and My Race Pass fueling everything we do here at Skagit Speedway as well. If you've got the My Race Pass app, go ahead and plunk it in and fire up live timing and scoring features, lineups, and more. My Race Pass and the app available in the App Store as well as Google Play. Work area sponsored by Winters Performance. MedTech Titanium is the restart sponsor for the NARC 410 Sprint Cars. Interstate Batteries, our local track sponsor for the green area in the back of the restart zone. Main event winning move of the race is the Winters Performance winning move of the race, and Wedge High Performance Cards bring in the winning move of the heat race. Heat races for the NARC 410 Sprint Cars are sponsored. Brown & Miller Racing Solutions is on heat race number 1. BMRS, the leader in motorsports industry manufacturing racing components that consistently deliver top quality products and services while pushing for continuous improvement. BMRS products are used by just about every NARC race car team in the pit area. For more information, it's bmrs.net, bmrs.net. Chemo's Tropical Car Wash sponsors heat race number 2. Chemo's 3 car washes in the greater Reedley, California area. Go stop by one of the locations and get cleaned up after the races. Jim Taves, the owner of Chemo's, former NARC Hammer Down Rookie of the Year. Wedge High Performance Cards sponsors heat race number 3, born from a passion for speed and skill. Their fully custom, hand-built wedge frame carts are crafted for pure performance. Powered by sealed motors and designed to emphasize driver technique, wedge carts aren't just machines, they're the ultimate challenge to the status quo. Check them out, wedgcarts.com, carts with a K. Fourth heat race is brought to you by Winters Performance. From dirt track racing to drifting, hot rods to classic trucks, you'll find every rear end, transmission, driveline component, and shifter at Winters Performance Products. That's wintersperformance.com. Beacon Wealth Strategies. Raymond James sponsors the Trophy Dash, which is not part of our program here at Dirt Cup. Beacon Wealth Strategies features a complete team of professionals to offer depth of resources, expertise, and commitment needed to actively manage and preserve your wealth. Beacon Wealth Strategies dedicates extensive industry knowledge to implementing thoughtful financial planning, developing strategies to see you through life's most important milestones. They're prudent managing your assets and carefully selecting investments that match your needs and risk tolerance. Beacon Wealth Strategies business is serving you and managing your finances in a way that make you feel confident about your financial future. For more information, contact them. The Beacon Wealth Strategies Raymond James office in Roseville, California. RaymondJames.com/Beacon Wealth. B-Main brought to you by Winners Performance. Hard Charger Award presented by Williams Roofing. Steve Williams awarding $150 to the feature event Hard Charger and $1,000 to the NARC sprint car driver who can advance the most cars this season at their November 2nd championship banquet. Focus Midgets getting a lap or two more of hot lapping in, as they will have group hot laps in qualifying later. Alex Pacheco with the fastest lap, and you can see the lap times 4 seconds off where you normally see their times going. Their low 14-second bracket for their track record. We were into the 14.6s last night. So lots to be waiting for as track surface gets back on track. On the racetrack, you get a look at the 5 car. That's Gary Wegner. Wegner is the 5 car. 10th currently in your timing and scoring as they get everything all suited out and ready to go. We'll see him late in the group qualifying session. He's supposed to come out in group number 3. We'll condense these drivers to 2 different heat races of 8 and 7 cars. They'll go 8 laps in distance. When they come up again after 410 sprint car heat races is when the Focus Midgets are scheduled. Tanner Holmes, number 48, the fastest on the speedway so far. Getting a look at the number 58 midget, your driver of that tonight is Jesse Conway out of Tacoma, Washington. Since Jesse was in the driver's seat, he's driving the J.D. Lewis car while J.D. heals up from recent surgery. Chad Kincaid is in the black and blue number 50. See him making some laps. Kincaid currently sitting 3rd quickest, as lap times have gone down by over a second, but you can see getting in the middle of that corner and into the grease, the car just wants to plow, as Kincaid had to have the wheels turn hard to the left to get that thing from going straight up and into the wall.
You're all set.
Should do it for midget hot laps. All 15 cars have had their chance, the exception of the Thomas and Jorgensen car that didn't get a lap at speed while we had the timing and scoring loop up and going. Sprint cars have started to make their way into the staging lane. 410 sprint cars at Skagit Speedway are sponsored by CarMart USA and the I-5 Auto World, just south down here in Burlington, Washington. A big thank you for them as the Skagit Speedway Fun Bus making a lap around the inside of turn number 3 and 4. Carla has got some lucky fans at the inside. If your business or organization wants to be a part and take a ride on the Fun Bus, just get in touch with the Skagit Speedway home office during the week, and we will arrange for your business or your group to come on down and take a ride on the Skagit Speedway Fun Bus. Thank you to Carla, as she is our official bus chauffeur. We need to get her the Driving Miss Daisy hat, though. You can't be the bus chauffeur without the hat. We'll work on that. We are ready for the sprint cars to come out. Hot lapping time for them, 44 have drawn in tonight as we lost Colby Thornhill, Colin Mackey, and Brett McGuy from last night's roster. First out and onto the racetrack was the Friday night winner last year. Nice to have him back, one of the young studs here in the West Coast. Score him as the 10X. As we'll get the 21 of James McFadden on your screen first. So a little curveball from me. McFadden in the 21T heading into turn number 1 from Alice Springs, Northern Territory, Australia. It's the Tarleton & Son American Rock and Rent Durst Incorporated Factory Cane car. And just like that, McFadden on and off the track. Way to make me look silly. Crews making their way from the back and into the infield. As once hot laps are done, the cars will return to the infield where they will time trial out of. So you'll see everybody coming down with the mule and just enough parts, pieces, and tools to make minor adjustments to these 410s as they come in and through. Teams have made their way in. Walls have been scraped. And we should have engines firing here. Again, welcome to Skagit Speedway, night number 2 of the Jim Raper Memorial Dirt Cup. Top in points after last night, Mr. Trey Starks, who was our quick qualifier, qualifying worth 200 points to take the top spot, then down by 2 points per position from there. 198, 196, 194, etc. That'll sort them into 5 heat races with an 8 invert in the heat races. 100 points to win the heat race, 97 for second, 94 for third, down by 3 points per spot. Top 20 in points after the heat races lock into the A main event tonight, with the top 16 of them inverted. High point will start outside row number 8 in the A feature this evening, which is 200 points to win, 198, 196, 194, down by 2 points per spot from there. All right, now race cars on the track. So we will pick them up coming down the back straightaway. And into turn number 3 again for the reigning Friday night champion of Dirt Cup preliminary nights. Out of Clovis, California, the Gary Silva Ranches, JL Apparel, JB Critchley, Mid-Valley Financial, MPD Racing, number 10X of Dominic Gordon. Dominic Gordon, your 10X, your Friday night winner of Dirt Cup in 2024, looking to repeat tonight. There is the 91. He had the highest pill last night. Tonight he'll go out first as they flip the pill draw order between the two nights. From Snohomish, Washington, in the Great Western Transport Pacific Performance Coatings, First Line Systems, Newman Racing 91, Chase Getz. Chase Getz in the 91. Zoom on in on the 88N, the former NARC 410 champion from Hanford, California, in the Netto Ag, Penny Newman, Grain, Van de Poel, Smith, Ty, Mechanics Choice car. It is DJ Netto. DJ Netto, the 88N. 17W entering turn number 3, Shane Golobic, Fremont, California, third place last night in the NOS Energy Drink Batwood Racing Southern Pacific Farms MV Drywall 17W entry. Behind Golovic, exiting corner number 4 right now. That is our 21 of Landon Brooks. Brooks out of Rio, also California, specified pipe, B. Skagit Design, Lippert Construction, Dan Ewart Sales, and ADS on the sponsor list. Brooks, a feature winner at Skagit Speedway last year in weekly competition. Follow him up with the 2XM. 2XM is Max Midtree. Midtree in the Midtree Construction, Shasta Realty Group, Steve Manning Construction, J1S7 Suspension, High Performance Lubricants car, teammate to Justin Sanders here on the weekend. And that is your cars on the track for Hot Lap session number 1. Group number 1 in the low 12-second bracket for Shane Golovic. Upper 12-second bracket for Golovic. 12.856. DJ Neto to 13.0. Chase Getz to 13.1. Those times will come down. It might give him a second to pack it in and then try running it again. This is a technique that we have seen done by the National Touring Series more than a time or two. Quite effective in rolling the racetrack in and lowering lap times in a hurry. As you get a look at Golovic, Golovic was as high as second at one point last night. Started on the front row, ends up third, and making decent points over the course of the evening in total. Golovic coming into tonight 9th overall in points at 451. That would put him up on the front row of a qualifier during Saturday's show. Get a look at DJ Neto. Neto, a rough run up here. Flips on 2 consecutive nights early in the NARC fastest 5 days in motorsports. But recovered nicely, had a good finish to the week, and is excited about tonight's racing. Really excited about track surface. He said very racy last night and thinks it'll only be better tonight. So DJ Neto's got some positivity going in the Hanford, California-based number 88N. While they pace around and pack for a second more before coming back up to speed. And now you see the green flag waving, so the drivers will come back up to speed, and we'll see how the lap times drop as they get the green flag for the second time in their second attempt hot lap. Group number 1 done. Golovic drops his lap time to 12.340. Neto at 12.442. Gets a 12.596. Brooks 12.6. Gordon 12.7 for the first 6 cars to come out and get some hot lapping. And if you're here in the stands, you're going to be able to watch them down in the center section.
The only thing that sucks is I just don't know who's live. That's the only downfall.
Watch and see what they bring to us.
It's hard to look there and not get jerky looking. So, I hope. I don't know if I'm doing all right or not, but
you are just pretend.
Like you said, normal weekend. Yeah.
Teams rolling in for hot lap session number 2 coming up.
Randy, he thinks you're a little bright.
Where'd you see that?
It's on the text message.
On mine?
Yeah, on everybody. On the group text.
I'm a little bright, he said?
Yeah, just a little.
And again, qualifying order tonight, a complete flip of last night. So if you had a high pill last night, tonight you've got an early one. It may work out to your advantage, may not. We will find out.
Randy,
Track officials make their way off the racetrack in the corners.
dropping AE.
And push trucks should be up and flying.
Go back on your filter. Go back up.
Buck up.
First car out of the pit area is the former Dirt Cup champion. That is the 2X of Justin Sanders from Aromas, California. Mitri Construction, Yuba Sutter Aviation, North County Plastering, High Performance Lubricants, and TJ Forge sponsors on the 2X. Next up, we have got the 42. That is Cy Lynch. Cy Lynch, the 42. He's from Collinsville, Pennsylvania. Mosites Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Hollywood Blasting and Coating, Mountain Mechanical, and MAV Motorsports. Sponsors on Lynch in the 42. Cy with some work to do after night number 1 in points. We'll give you a full update on that here once we get a second. 17C, that is Chris Bullock. Bullock in the 17C. He is from Arlington, Washington. In the Shark Racing Engines, XXX OPC exclusive Aero Motorsports car. Bullock, one of our 360 powered competitors in the 17C. Next up and coming through the corner, that is the house car, the Rudine Racing, Angel of the Winds Casino Resort. Ford Performance, Hager Realty, Race Rudine Foundation, Stancraft Jet Center, number 26R from Monrovia, Indiana, Justin Peck. Justin Peck, that beautiful Angel of the Winds Casino Resort logo, and backing between it, you got to see the up close on that one. The guy who won last night, biggest surprise we have had in a while, Langley, BC, in the Chilliwack Ford Faber Racing Engines, Orca Auto Sales, Capstone Plastering, Race Car Creative 77, Levi Klatt. Klatt, last night's feature winner, car number 77. Corner, the other 26 car out of Burlington in the wing down driving experience, Speed Mark Race Rudine Foundation, Powder County Inc. Shark Racing Engines 26. It's Eric Fisher in the 26. Big smoke pouring out the Sanders car. Smoke continuing to billow from Justin Sanders. Lap time's good though. He is quickest so far at 12:143. Also out on racetrack, the former Dirt Cup champion from 2021. He is the 2021 and 2022 NARC champion in the Red Rose Transportation, Selzy Enterprises, Whipple Superchargers, Redline Oil, Sparco 41. It's Dominic Selzy. Dominic Selzy in the 41 car. Right now it is Sanders, Peck, Lynch, Golubic, Neto, 1 through 5. Klatt, last night's winner, 6. Selzy, 7. Fisher, 8. Getz, 9. Brooks, 10. Smoke has stopped on the 2X of Sanders. And they'll be given a chance to roll the surface again. Flag out. Cy Lynch, second shot laps here. We'll see if the times keep coming down. Right now they've only dropped, previously had only dropped by a tenth of a second. Now they're down about 3/10 of a second. Lynch at 11.8. Sanders at 11.9. Selzy down to 12.1. Sanders now down to 11.7. And he is still quick amongst the group. Sanders, Lynch, Peck, Fisher, Selzy 1 through 5, and all of them 12.1 or lower, with Sanders down at 11.7, the fastest so far. They are being beckoned into the pit area now. We'll take a second to tell you Central Welding Supply's mission of excellent service hasn't changed for a family business. Locally owned and operated since 1975, local ownership, larger inventory, and an expert staff makes the difference at 29 locations. Find one near you at centralwelding.com or visit them, 120 North Alder Street in Burlington. Big thank you as well to K-Pro Auto, Stanwood's hometown auto repair shop, serving Stanwood and Camano Island since 1999. So a quick look and find out what they're going to do. You can see them buttoning up on the 10X of Dominic Gordon. DJ Neto, Nomad Thrash there. Landon Brooks buttoning up the right rear tire. Max Mitry down a couple from his teammate, going on to secure the wheel nuts. Fisher, on the other hand, coming in, checking tires, looking at right rear suspension. Golubeck crew, pretty clean, collected group over to the left of them from our shot. More of our teams loading into the work area. A chance for us to thank North Hill Resources, providing quality landscape materials for all your project needs since 1997. Serving Skagit, Whatcom, and Island counties, now offering construction services, including septic installs and repairs. Well, you see them loaded up out back and ready to come back to green and join us for more hot lapping. Our third group of cars so far. We have had 13 of them take time. Got to get 33 more of them pushed up and through. And we will start with the 94TH. That is Braden Chiaramonte out of El Cajon, California. System 1, Willwood, HRP, and Shield fire suits for the Tyner Hurst Racing car. See the Slade Shocks logo on it as well. Braden Chiaramonte, the 94TH. Follow him up with one of our Canadian contingent of drivers. In the 9A, the Pack Trucking, Miles Sand and Gravel Mills Electric Nordic Temperature Control Herc Equipment car from Vancouver, it's Luke Didiuk. Didiuk is the 9A. All the way from Myerstown, Pennsylvania. Scorm is the 19M here on the weekend. The M&M Painting and Construction. McGrew Equipment Company, McGrewBid.com, Baps Auto Paints and Supply, Livewire Customs, Fredericksburg, Eagle Hotel at 19M. That is Brent Marks. Brent Marks, one of the Kubota High Limit Racing Series high rollers here this weekend at Dirt Cup. We got Didiuk for you. Next in behind Luke. That is the 4 car. Driver making his way up from Santa Rosa, California. The Dirt Dudes Excavating Durst Inc. Triple X Race Components Factory. Kane Shocks, number 4 of Joel Myers Jr. Joel Myers Jr. driving for the Kane family. And the 4 car. Our 360 competitors right in behind us. Highest finishing 360 driver last night from Carnation, Washington. And the Laguna 292 George Anderson Company still trucking. Hooker, Bighorn Excavating car. The driver is Levi Kuntz. Kuntz in 29K, already having the nose wing on him. So Kuntz with problems already. Following him up, second night in the 45 of Corey Eliason from products for the Wheatley Family 45 car. Eliason piloting it for his second night. Mark's now the fastest car on the racetrack at 11.5. Sanders, Lynch, Eliason, and Myers making up the top 5 now. We missed the 95R of Dan Reynolds out on racetrack. As you can see, Luke Didiuk has rolled to a stop. 95R of Reynolds from Lewiston, Idaho. Sierra Pro Torches, Diamondback Shooting Range, Auto Body Supercenter, Beck Sawmill for him. So we look to find out what's wrong on Didiuk's car. There's Reynolds pulling into his pit stall. And Brent Marks' team waiting for him. So Marks high up in points, top 4 in points guy after night number 1. Looking for a better night number 2 to possibly give him the pole of the pole shuffle. After tonight, top 4 in accumulated points will lock into positions 1 through 4 in the pole shuffle. As the next group will come out onto the racetrack in just a couple of seconds. Tell you guys that Action RV is your family-owned and operated RV repairs facility offering mobile service to your location or service at the shop. Come meet the friendly folks at Action RV.
Hey, Mike, are you rolling on any of this? I'm only going to roll on...
Hey, look at those point standings after last night's action. Trey Starks, Tanner Holmes, Brent Marks, and Scott Boguski right now 1 through 4. Boguski with 465 points, just 1 point ahead of Justin Peck, who is 5th at 464. Justin Sanders 6, Jason Solwald 7, Levi Klatt is 8, Shane Golubic 9, Danny Sams rounds up the top 10. Let's get a look. More cars to Hot Lap. In the 0, it's Ashley Johnson, the Elite Transportation Economy Propane Cascade Materials Nordic Temperature Control 0 from Cedar Woolley. As she'll do a quick on and off. Hopefully the next one chooses to stay on. Out and on the racetrack. New car put back together for the 15 of Nick Parker. Nick Parker is the 15. He's from Tucson, Arizona. And his sponsors are Parker Automotive, Metal Tech Fabrications, Tynerhurst Enterprises, TDR Concepts, Ken's and Leslie, BG Oil and Lube. Parker all rebuilt and ready to go after last night. Behind him from Oak Harbor, Washington. Sponsored by After Hours Customs and Collisions, Lewis Auto Glass, Terraza Auto Detail, and Black Market Speed. That's the 51 of Dustin Gehring. Dustin Gehring in car number 51. Loading out into the racetrack from turn number 3. Driver of car number 17 from Milk Creek, Washington is Cam Smith. His sponsors, Smith Adrian Motorsports, QuickTime Espresso, QuickTime Transport, Linden's Restoration and Fab, and DC Signs. Pickup car number 9, he comes to us from Cedar Woolley, Washington. That's Greg Otis. Sponsored by Otis Concrete, Tack Testing and CX Services, Skagit Ready Mix, and All Terrain Construction. Car number 55, your points leader after night number 1 is Trey Starks. Starks, sponsored by TNC Concepts, Starks Racing and Driveline Car Service and Auto Fabrication and Truck Repair from Puyallup, Washington. Starks will go out 26th in time trials tonight. Out there in and around the same range. That is the Shark, Sean Becker, car number 7 from Oroville, California. Construction Company, D&G Construction, Rental Equipment, Roxy Properties, Fire Protection Management, and Channel Lumber sponsor the 7. We also have on the racetrack puffing up some smoke the 95 of Justin Youngquist. Youngquist from Burlington, Washington. Ground Zero Gymnastics, Cascade Pizza, Jody Nines, and Brian McMillan, Crawford Garage Doors, Piazza Construction, PK Systems, and welcoming on board Skagit Plumbing to the sponsor runs through the Marks still the fastest car. Stark's now 2, and Youngquist now 3. Both of them down in the 11.5s as well. Becker at 11.6 and Sanders at 11.7, your current top 5. 27 cars have taken time. And we're going to 44, so 17 more still make their way to the racetrack. We are active on social media tonight. If you guys want to interact with us, we'd love it. Of course, our website, SkagitSpeedway.com, our socials, Facebook, Twitter/X, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok are all at Skagit Speedway. See a behind-the-scenes look in some of the stuff we have going on. We would love to interact with you again at Skagit Speedway on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok if you are brave enough to be a TikToker. More cars to come out. Again, we've got another 17 to pick up times here in hot laps. So I'll move across, and again, they will work out of the infield here for their time trial session. As you can see in our shot, brand new Skagit Speedway Ford Performance Ford Bronco. It's our new pace rig here at Skagit Speedway. Stoked to have the Bronco here, and it's beautiful Ford blue. Our new pace vehicle debuting this weekend here at Dirt Cup. So there is the 7 of Johnson back on the racetrack. Again, out of Cedar Woolley, Elite Transportation Economy Propane, Cascade Materials, and Nordic Temperature Control. We will pick up our second in points after last night. He is the 18T out of Jacksonville, Oregon. Legacy Builder Supply, Shane DeWald Trucking, Orville Tax, Lentz Machinery, and Sisters Meat and Smokehouse for Tanner Holmes. Tanner Holmes in 18T. Zoom in on the car in front of Tanner. 4 out of 5 wins for that driver on the fastest 5 days of motorsports on the way up here. Bad night last night. He is on the outside looking in as far as points. The driver from Alice Springs, Northern Territory, Tarleton & Son, American Rock and Rent, Durst Incorporated, and Factor Kane bring you the 21T of James McFadden. McFadden, the Tarleton Racing 21T. Up ahead of him, 29 years of racing for the former USAC Silver Crown champion from Campbell, California, the Alviso Rock, DF Rios Racing, Electric Construction Company, Williams Roofing, High Five Pizza, number 29 of Bud Kading. Bud Kading, car number 29. Corner, we'll pick up the 14 of Mariah Ead. Mariah's from Fresno, California, Pacific Mooring, ML Plumbing, and Circle J5 Ranch. Had repairs to get done last night, did Mariah, but back with us for night number 2 here in the Dirt Cup. And following her around, it is the 18 Jason Solwald. Good night last night, top 10 in points for the Shadeland Motorsports driver. He's from Burlington. They are sponsored by the Blue Cow Car Wash, Car Mart USA, thanks to Cousin Aaron, Lulu's Espresso, and Casey's Kitchen, feeding the boys down in the pit area for the 18 of Jason Solwald. Marks, Starks, Youngquist, McFadden, and Becker right now 1 through 5. Colton Heath was out on the racetrack in that session in the 1C. Colton is 6th overall right now in practice. Sponsored by BMR, Champs Equipment Rental, Alaska West Air, Leah Brown, and L&J Enterprises. There's a look at the 1C. Making sure we didn't miss anybody else. We did not. 34 now in, 10 to go here for hot laps. Northwest Propane, known for longevity. They have been providing excellent propane services for over 77 years. Family owned and operated for more than 4 generations. When you're looking for personalized quality propane services from a company you can trust, turn to Northwest Propane and visit them online at nwpropane.net. More than just a rental store, Birch Equipment has the largest selection of equipment in Northwest Washington. Bigger equipment, longer reach, local, bigger, and better. Visit birchequipment.com for more information. Next group, coming on out. And ready to practice. Our visitor from McLaren Vale, South Australia, the Dirty Air Mel Hamilton racing car of Scott Boguski. Scott Boguski, 4th overall in points after night number 1. Great night for Scott here. Timed in well, raced well, and setting up for a good Dirt Cup Saturday night, the 78 of Boguski. Behind him, driver's got momentum coming into the weekend and looking for a good result tonight. Out of Arlington, Washington, in the Grinders Automotive and Marine, Triple X Race Components, Johansson Mechanical, High Performance Lubricants, Pacific Performance Coatings 21, Jesse Schlattfeld. Schlattfeld, car number 21. Behind him in the 35 from Harrisburg, Oregon, this is Tyler Thompson, car sponsored by Kyle Main Motorsports, Ham Construction, and A-Main Trucking. Thompson in the 35. Behind him, coming from Everett, Washington, in the Anderson Racing Enterprises DeYoung Donald Smith Titanium KPC Chassis Cascade Collision Center 24, Tyler Anderson. Tyler Anderson, our 24 car. Following him up, the young hotshot from Southern California, in fact, Easton, CA, the hometown for Caton Steele in the 121. His sponsors are Tarleton & Sons, Arden Construction, Sencal Services, and Bandy & Associates. Scott Boguski, now the fastest car on the raceway at 11.298. Schlattfeld cuts an 11.371 in the final lap. Brent Marks, Trey Starks, Justin Youngquist rounding out the top 5. 39 down, 5 to go. So we wait for those 5. We encourage you guys to check out the Race Redeem Foundation. Race Redeem Foundation, they're all about collaborating with community organizations to bridge the gaps in systems of care when addressing addiction. The Race Redeem Foundation, they're trying to remove the silos in the system that encourage a more comprehensive approach when addressing the disease of addiction. You can learn more at raceredeem.org. Race Redeem, R-A-Y-C-E, Rudine.org for more information. Time trials on the way after 5 more hot laps, or 5 more cars to hot lap. Getting about 3 laps a shot here. Next up, and on the raceway, first car into turn number 1, second car into turn number 1. He piled it into the wall last night, but he is back for night number 2. Welcome back to Alaska Mike Brown from Kenai, Alaska, BMR, Champs Equipment Rental, Alaska West Air, and L&J Enterprises. Brown pulled the spare down and ready to go tonight in the 1M. He will be the last car to qualify in our qualifying order. Behind him, or in front of him, I should say, in the 21P from Cobble Hill, British Columbia. That is the former Dirt Cup champion, Robin Price, our 2019 champ. Sponsored by Saratoga Motorsports, Park Shark Racing Engines, Malahat Auto Wrecking, Grinders Automotive and Marine, and Cal Creek Mining and Exploration. front of Mike, exiting corner number 4 right now. And down the front straightaway is Gage Garcia. There you go, there's Gage. Gage driving the Keller Motorsports 2K from Lemoore. Monarch Ford, Dawson Walden Construction, Legacy of California, Keith Day Trucking, and Crown Limousine. Sponsoring on the 2K. Deep qualifying effort tonight for Gage Garcia in the 2K car. 2 more drivers on track. One of them, the driver coming out of the 4th corner right now. And into turn number 1, he is a high roller. Coming out of Northport, Florida, Global Link, Moxie, CPG Brands, Eastern Metal Science and Safety, and DJD Gear and Graphics, along with Target Property Group, for the 24D of Danny Sams. Sams in the 24D. And our final hot lapper of the night, we'll introduce you to Camden Robustelli in the 27C from Medford, Oregon, Hard Rock Tops, Jim Nelson, Bigfoot Dwarf Car Race, Tom White Trucking, and J&B Racing sponsors the 27C. Boguski sets quick time, at least in hot laps. Doesn't count until flags fly here in time trials. So, fastest hot lapper, Scott Boguski. Jesse Schlottfeld, 2. Brent Marks, 3. Trey Starks, 4. And Justin Youngquist, 5. As they're stacked up and ready to go. Two laps on the clock. 200 points available here in qualification. Much points in qualifying as there is in the A main. Tells you how important your time trial effort is going to be. As we'll get ready, and the first car to qualify is last night's last to qualify. Tonight, first on the clock is the 91 of Chase Getz. Great Western Transport, Pacific Performance Coatings, First Line Systems, and Newman Racing. First ever 410 Dirt Cup for Chase Getz, our former track champion. Chase goes 11.453 on lap number 1, 11453. Second time around for Chase is an 11.458, so consistent at 11.458. Next on the clock, it's the NOS Energy Drink, Matwood Racing, Southern Pacific Farms, MV Drywall, 17W of Shane Golubic. Shane Golubic is the 17W, and the first lap time for Golubic is quickest at 11.337, 113.37. Lap number 2 for Golubic, crossed at 11.252, 112.52. Timing in next from Burlington, Washington, the Wing Down Driving Experience, Speedmart, Race Reading Foundation, Powder Coating Inc., Shark Racing Engines. Number 26, it's Eric Fisher. Fisher, 11.429, 114.29. See if he can rip a better lap on lap number 2. Fisher, 11.400, 114.00 for Eric Fisher. Out next, this is the 2XM from Redding, California of Max Mitry. Max Mitry in the 2XM. Mitry Construction, Shasta Realty Group, Steve Manning Construction, J1 S7 Suspension and High Performance Lubricants. As Mitry is second quickest at 11.396, 113.96. Second lap time for Mitry is a little bit better at 11.338, 113.38 for Max Mitry. Second quick overall. On the clock is Landon Brooks. Brooks in the 21 machine out of Rio Oso, California. Specified Pipe, B. Skadden Design, Lippert Construction, Dan Ewart Sales, and ADS. Brooks, 11.561. 11561. 5th of 5 so far, looking for a better time. Brooks coming around for lap number 2. Can he do better? And 11.534 still has him sitting 5th on the field. Timing in next in the 88N from Hanford, California, the 2019 NARC champion DJ Netto. Netto in the Netto Ag, Penny Newman Grain, Vanderpool Smith Time Mechanics Choice entered car. And the first lap for Netto, second fastest at 11.323, 113.23 for DJ Netto. Lap Number 2 for DJ. Can he improve? He can. Second quick at 11.277. 112.77 for DJ Neto. Coming out next, the Friday night winner 1 year ago. It is Dominic Gordon. Dominic Gordon in the Gary Silver Ranches, JL Apparel, JB Critchley, Mid-Valley Financial, MPD Racing 10X. First time by for Gordon is 7th of 7. 11.559, 11559. And for a better qualifying effort than that, Dominic still 7th quick at 11.631, 11631 for Dominic Gordon. We move next to the 2X. Sturt Cup champion 2 years ago from Aromas, California. The Midtree Construction, Yuba Sutter Aviation, North County Plastering, High Performance Lubricants, TJ Forged car is Justin Sanders. Sanders, 5th quick at 11.424, 11424. Second time by for Sanders is slower at 11.672, 11672 for Justin Sanders. One of the high rollers from the Kubota High Limit Racing Series from Collinsville, Pennsylvania. It's the Mosites Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Hollywood Blasting and Coating, Mountain Mechanical, Mav Motorsports, 42 of Cy Lynch. Lynch, 7th quick, 11.499, 11499. We have hit the sweet spot already in time-ins. We're going to find out as Lynch now to the top of the charts. 11.251. Great lap number 2 is Cy Lynch. Now quick time at 11251. Enter next the 41 of Dominic Selzy. Selzy in the Red Rose Transportation. Selzy Enterprises, Whipple Superchargers, Redline Oil, Sparco 41 car. And Selzy, lap 1, 10th at 11.603. Gonna have to dig and find some more speed here out of the 41 car. Dominic, 11.665 on lap number 2, 11665. Driving next, the first of our 360 competitors to check in on the night. Out of Arlington, Washington, in the Shark Racing Engines XXX OPC exclusive Aero Motorsports car, Chris Bullock to time in. 12.754, the first lap for Chris. $3,000 bonus for the highest finishing 360. We paid out on Saturday as Bullock gunning for that with 12.645. 2.645 for Chris Bullock. Next to qualify was last night's feature winner. His first 410 feature win and his 16th start out of Langley, BC in the Chilliwack Ford Race Car Creative, Fava Racing Engines, Orca Auto Sales, Capstone Plastering car, Levi Klatt. Klatt, 11th on the clock at 11.633, 11633. Did not have a monster qualifying effort last night, but got through his heat and obviously took the A-main win, as he will stay at 11th for now at 11.725, 11725. Next out, another car going for the 360 bonus. The Elite Transportation Economy Propane, Cascade Materials, Nordic Temperature Control Zero of Ashley Johnson. Johnson, lap number 1, in at 12.448. 12.448. And lap number 2, Johnson comes in at 12.490. 12.490. Runner-up last night in the Boss's Rig from Monrovia, Indiana. It's the Rudine Racing Angel of the Winds Casino Resort, Ford Performance, Hager, Realty, Race Rudine Foundation, Stancraft, Jet Center 26 of Justin Peck. Peck will check in at 11th, quickest at 11.611, 11611. See if somebody can find that second lap speed like Cy Lynch did. Peck's not going to be the guy. 11.652, 11652 for Justin Peck. Qualifying next out of Santa Rosa, California. The Dirt Dudes Excavating, Durst Inc., Triple X Race Components, Factory Cane, Shocks number 4. It's Joel Myers Jr. Joel's first lap, it is a 5th quick effort. 11.377, 113.77, and second lap time, 11.521, 5th on the field for Joel Myers Jr. We He had slowed to a stop during practice. Good to see he's got whatever it is back up and on the clock. He's a little off the pace coming off the high side of turn number 2. From Vancouver, this is Luke Didiuk. BC, not Washington. Didiuk 13.117 on lap 1. Pack Trucking, Miles Sand and Gravel, Mills Electric, Nordic Temperature Control, and Herc Equipment. There's Didiuk at a 12.093, 12093. Next time in, another one of the Kubota High Limit Racing Series High Rollers from Myerstown, PA, M&M Painting and Construction, McGrew Equipment Company, McGrewBid.com, Baps Auto Paint and Supply, Livewire Customs in Fredericksburg, Eagle Brent Marks the car. Marks is 9th quick, 11.496. Second time by. Better, 5th fastest for Marks, 11.346. 11.346 for Brent Marks. Out behind him from Lewiston, Idaho. Driving this here Pro Torches Diamondback Shooting Range Auto Body Supercenter Beck Sawmill, number 95, R. Dan Reynolds. 12.398 on his first lap, 12398. Top 40 cars in time-ins will make the invert, so it's a very thin list if you're not going to make it. Second lap is a 12.429, 12429 for Dan Reynolds. Follow him up with last night's highest finishing of our 360 competitors from Carnation, Washington, the Liuna 292. George Anderson Company, Stillwater Trucking, Looker, Bighorn Excavation, Entered Machine. It's Levi Kuntz. Kuntz 12.505. 12.505. 19 cars have timed in. Closing in on the halfway point. Kuntz. Second lap is better at 12.484. 2.484. Looking for a better night, number 2 out of Visalia, California. Driving the red line, Welding Construction, Morrison Racing Engines, King Racing Products, KPC Chassis 45 is Corey Eliason. Eliason, the pilot this weekend for the Wheatley family. And Corey, first time around, 15th on the field at 11.661. 11.661. Burps the throttle. Heavier on it coming off, and lap 2 is slower, 11.957, 1.1957. Next to qualify, the Tyner Hurst Racing House car. Coming to us from El Cajon, California, sponsored by System 1, Willwood, HRP, and Shield Fire Suits, Braden Chiaramonte. 11.675, and lap number 1 is 16th quick. Wonder how much juice the racetrack has left in it as we continue to climb further in time trial. Chiaramonte's second lap, 11.717, 1.1717. Following him is the Shark from Oroville, California. It is Sean Becker. Becker and the Bjork Construction Company, D&J Construction Rental Equipment, Roxy Properties Fire Protection Management, Channel Lumber sponsored car. Becker, lap number 1, 17th on the field at 11.747, 1.1747. And Becker will come by on lap number 2 and finish off his time trial effort with 11.918, 1.1918. From Burlington, Washington, great heat race last night for the driver of the Dines Racing 95. It's Justin Youngquist, who's sponsored by Ground Zero Gymnastics, Cascade Pizza, Jody Dines of Brown McMillan, Crawford Garage Doors, Piazza Construction, DK Systems, and Skagit Plumbing. Justin 16th quick at 11.671, 1.1671. A lot of drivers coming in about the 11.6s. It doesn't take much to differentiate yourself. That'll pop him to 11th quick at 11.535 for Youngquist, 1.1535. Behind him, it is the Smith-Adrian Motorsports QuickTime Espresso, QuickTime Transport, Linden's Restoration, and VAP DC Sign 17 out of Mill Creek, Cam Smith. And Cam on his opening lap runs 11.982, 1.1982. See if he can rip a better lap number 2. Cam Smith on the clock. He can. Up to 19th quick at 11.760, 1.1760. Rebuilt race car after night number 1 for the 15 of Nick Parker out of Tucson, Arizona. His sponsors, Parker Automotive, Metaltech Fabrication, Tynerhurst Enterprises, TDR Concepts, Ken's and Leslie, and BG Oil and Lube. Good opening lap for Parker, 11.642. That's 16th on the field. Nick Parker, lap 2, 15th on the field at 11.627. Last night's quick qualifier. Let's see what he can do going out a little bit later. 26th car to qualify is Trey Starks. Starks out of Puyallup in the familiar TNC Concept Starks Racing AL Driveline Newland Bar Service Melby Fabrication and Truck Repair car that he's won so many races with. 4th fastest. There is still speed out there at 11.291. 11.291 for Trey. An excellent qualifier. Can he do better? Still 4th quick, 11.377. 11.377 for Trey Starks. Coming out next from Cedar Woolley, Washington, sponsored by Otis Concrete, Tack Testing, and CX Services, Skagit Ready Mix and All-Terrain Construction. This is the 9 of Greg Otis. Greg, 12.129, 12129. 27 cars have timed in. We're going to 44, so we're beyond halfway. And Otis, 12.208 on lap number 2. Next to qualify, another one gunning for the 360 bonus this weekend. Car number 51 out of Oak Harbor's Dustin Gehring. Dustin sponsored by After Hours Customs and Collisions, Lewis Auto Glass, Terrazza Auto Detail, and Black Market Speed. 12.395 on the opening lap for Gehring. And give him lap number 2. 12.269. 12269. Gehring currently sitting in position 24. As he'll power off the racetrack, we get a chance to catch our breath. Right now, Silent, Shane Golubic, DJ Netto, Trey Starks, Max Mitri, 1 through 5, Brent Marks, Joel Myers Jr., Eric Fisher, Justin Sanders, Chase Getz, rounding out the top 10. Next time in, out of Campbell, California, in the Alviso Rock, DF Rios Construction, DF Rios Racing, Electric Construction Company, Williams Roofing, High Five Pizza, number 29, Bud Kading. Bud Kading in the 29. 11.941 is 22nd on the field for Bud. 11.941. Ripping around the high side here at Skagit Speedway. Kading. 11.806. 11.806 for Kading. 22nd overall in time-ins so far. Good qualifying effort last night for the driver of the Shaylin Ray Motorsports car from Burlington, Washington. Sponsored by Car-Mart USA, Blue Cow Car Wash, Cousin Aaron, Lulu's Espresso, and Casey's Kitchen. It's Jason Solwald. Solwald, opening lap 11th quick. 11.455, good lap for Jason. See if he can find a little more gas. Comes off the bottom, and he is just a hair slower at 11.463. But 11th at this point in time in qualifying for Solwald. Pretty darn good effort. Following him up, the other 18 car was the AT&T out of Jacksonville, Oregon. Second at points after night 1, Tanner Holmes. Tanner sponsors Legacy Builder Supply, Shane DeWalt Trucking, Orville Tax, Lens Machinery, and Sisters Meat and Smokehouse. 9th quickest for Tanner at 11.413. 11.413, another good lap. Long around, turns it late, and goes 11.376. 7th quick for Holmes at 11.736. Race car repaired after an early exit in the A main last night for the driver out of Fresno, California. Sponsored by Pacific Boring, M&L Plumbing, and Circle J5 Ranch, Mariah Ead. Ead, 12.139, 12.139. Second time by for Ead. 25th quick at 11.987 and 1.987 for Mariah. Next up, high expectations coming into the night for J-Mac. James McFadden, the Tarleton Racing 21T. Tarleton & Son, American Rock and Rent, Durst Incorporated, Factory Cane, supporting the driver from Alice Springs, Northern Territory, Australia. 10th quick at 11:4:14. 1:14:14. Second time around. McFadden's got speed. Still 10th quick, 11:4:04. Faster on lap number 2 by 1/100th of a second. McFadden 10th on the grid. We'll look next at the 1C of Colton Heath, our multiple-time track champion. Colton, the 1C. Sponsors on him, BMR. I'll tell you the rest of them in a second as he goes 14th fastest, 11:4:82 on the opening lap. Champs Equipment Rental, Alaska West Air, Leah Brown, and L&J Enterprises. Colton, second time by. 5th quick, 11:3:23. Nice lap, Colton Heath. 5th on the field at 11:3:23. Next up to qualify from Everett, Washington, the Anderson Racing Enterprises to Young Inc., Don Ott. Smith Tie, KPC Chassis, Cascade Collision Center, 24, Tyler Anderson. 11:8:83 on lap number 1, 27th on the field. Anderson for lap 2, 11:7:51, number 25th quick for Anderson, 11:7:51. Coming up next in the Kyle Main Motorsports Hand Construction A-Main Trucking, number 35 from Harrisburg, Oregon, Tyler Thompson. 11:5:49, 17th on the field, 11:5:49. Needs to find a better lap here on lap number 2. Sitting okay, but could be better. Now up to 15th at 11:4:90, 11:4:90. Tyler Thompson, 15th quick in qualifying right now. Jesse Schlotfeld can be our next time in from Arlington, Washington. Grinders Automotive and Marine, XXX Race Components, Johansson Mechanical, High Performance Lubricants, and Pacific Performance Coatings, supporting the 21 car. Schlotfeld 12th quickest at 11:4:18 on the first lap. Shout out to Big Brad and the gang watching back at home. As there's quick time! Jesse Schlotfeld, 11:2:50, 11:2:50. Schlotfeld, quick time on the night. The 121 of Caden Steele is next out from Easton, California. Tarleton & Sons, Art Construction, Sencal Services, and Bandy & Associates. And Caden Steele, after Schlotfeld out ripping quick time right before him. Steele, 26th on the grid at 11:7:11 on the first lap. Second time up to 14th quick at 11:4:49, 11:4:49. 39th of 44 cars to time in. Next, it's the Dirty Air, sponsored number 78 of Scott Boguski. Boguski, Mel Hamilton Racing on the car from McLarenville, South Australia. Goes 11:3:91 on lap number 1. That's 11th quickest. Second time by, looking for better. And 7th quick at 11:3:38, 11:3:38 for Scott Boguski. Another one of the high rollers from the Kubota High Limit Racing Series. In the Global Link, Moxie CPG Brands, Eastern Metal Science and Safety, DJD Gear and Graphics, Tar Heel Property Group, 24D, Danny Sams III. Sams on lap number 1, 18th quickest, 11:4:64. Second lap time, up to 15th at 11:4:25, 11:4:25. 4 cars to go. Bumping starts now for the heat race invert. The 27C of Camden Robustelli is going to start us off. Hard Rock Tops, Jim Nelson Bigfoot Dwarf Car Race, Tom White Trucking and J&B Racing for Camden. 11:7:70 puts him 32. That's into the invert. Bumping Chris Bullock. And Robustelli's second lap. 11:7:23. He is 29th overall right now. Levi Kuntz is now the man on the bubble. Guy trying to knock him off is the driver from Cobble Hill, British Columbia. The Saratoga Motorsports Park, Shark Racing Engines, Malahat Auto Wrecking, Grinders Automotive Marine, Cal Creek Mining and Exploration, 21P. Robbie Price, the 2019 DC champ. Price, 23rd quick at 11:5:90. That bumps Kuntz out of the invert. 11.337. Seventh quick for Robbie Price on lap number 2 at 11.337. Ashley Johnson is now on the bubble. Gage Garcia looking to be the eliminator for her. It's the Keller Motorsports 2K. He's from Lemoore, California, Monarch Ford. Dawson Malden, Construction Legacy of California, Keith Day Trucking, and Crown Limousine. He will knock her out. 30th quick for Garcia, 11.704. Now see if he can pick up any speed. Gage off the fourth corner, picks up 2 more spots at 11.635, 11.635. Final car to time in. Dan Reynolds is the one who is on the bubble. Mike Brown is looking to knock him off after that vicious wreck last night. The 1M of Brown is from Kenai, Alaska. BMR sponsors the car, 11.986, and Brown is in and will knock Reynolds out. Champs Equipment Rental, Alaska West Air, and L&J Enterprises also on the sponsor list. Brown, 11.912 on lap number 2. It's 0.074 seconds faster than lap number 1, but seats him 36 on the field. Quick time tonight by 2 thousandths of a second. That's right, Jesse Schlottfeld, 11.250. Your quick time by 1,000th of a second over Cy Lynch at 11.251, by 1,000th of a second over Shane Golobic at 11.252. How about that? Narrow up at the front of the field. 200 points for Schlottfeld, 198 for Cy, 196 for Golobic. Every driver needing every point they can get their hands on as you see the Skagit Speedway Fun Bus rolling through on the apron. Well, while the Fun Bus makes its way around and our cars make the way out of the racetrack, is it time to update your HVAC system? Turn to the experts at All-Phase Heating and Air Conditioning. All-Phase Heating, serving Skagit County and beyond for over a decade and specializing in residential upgrades and more. Now the county's only carrier distributor, providing comfort solutions to the community. With kindness, integrity, and professionalism, call All-Phase Heating and Air Conditioning for a free quote today. Skagit Roofing, keeping local family homes and businesses safe and dry for over 35 years. They're old school guys, do it right. With the best materials, workmanship, and customer care. Check out all their 5-star reviews and awards. Skagit Roofing, voted the best roofing company and the best of the best Skagit Valley Community Awards for the past 3 years in a row. Their goal? To continue to earn happy customers for years to come. Contact them for a free roof evaluation. Visit SkagitRoofing.net, SkagitRoofing.net. Well, Eric List, welcome to the broadcast. Focus Midget time. They got a little hot lap session to help burn off the grease at the top of the racetrack earlier, and we're going to see those lap times from where they were come down pretty drastically for a second group of competitors here tonight.
Yeah, Caleb, thank you. I'm expecting a fun night of CGE Garage Midget action. I think it's going to be interesting to see the parallels and differences from what we saw last night. Last night was really hooked up on the bottom, and I think that's going to be a similarity tonight as well. A lot of rain, a lot of moisture early, a lot of moisture in the track. I mean, saw how late Jesse Schlottfeld went out to qualify, and he still put up a